Hey guys, this is Manshark Sub LPs. I'm Sub, this is Crusader Kings II, and this is Millennia in the Making episode 75. We're currently playing as Kaiser Ulrich III, the Great of the Holy Roman Empire, and he's the son of Kaiser Ulrich II, who was the son of Kaiser Ludolf. I think it was Kaiser Ludolf. It was. And so on and so forth, all the way back to Duke Otto of Saxony, who was our original character. We're currently involved in one war, though it's more of a little revolt, this Hungarian Liberation Revolt. And we're just sending our main army over to deal with them. Get that sort of done. While our other army reinforces slightly. Oh, apparently we're trying to murder somebody? Oh right, I remember. This guy basically is trying to get part of our lands by murdering people, so we're gonna murder him right back. And hopefully that goes nicely for us. But on the grand face of things, we're still quite stable. We do have a lot of people who hate us, but we know why that is. We don't have to, basically worry about them, essentially. It's not a concern. They hate us because we changed a bunch of the succession laws. Reasonably, of course. This guy's been accused of being a heretic, so sure, of course he's a heretic. The problem with saying that of course people are heretics, I believe, is that then the bishop, or the chaplain, this dude down here, gets a bit of wind in his sails, and he's all, oh well, I'm obviously doing an excellent job finding all these heretics, let's try and find some more. And so he just keeps on accusing people. I think that's how it works, not incredibly sure, but whatever. We killed that guy that we were trying to kill, and we weren't even found out. Owned. Yeah, you died. And I don't think... Wait, Varazdin, no, that's not right. We're trying to get Kempton again. So the current Countess of Kempton owns Vilnius and Kempton, and she is married to somebody who owns Grissons and Lombardy. So we're just trying to find Kempton or Vilnius on this list. I don't think it's given it to us. It has not. So we just got to kind of deal with that. It's fine. We do have somebody up here with a really negative opinion of us. He's outraged because of the succession law change. Whatever. The Pope likes us. The Pope likes us a lot. Hey, Pope. Will you give me claims on something, Mr. Pope? You probably won't, because you're kind of going to be an asshole about it. We can't get a claim on that. That's unreasonable. Maybe the Duchy of Lombardy, though? No, he would deny that claim. We're just going to go through all of the counties to see if we could get a claim on anything. We probably can't get it on Genoa because Genoa is a special case. We don't need to worry about the Duchy of Verona because it's already held by one of my guys. No, this is becoming somewhat irritating, I feel. Latium? Nope. What about Spoleto? No. I'm pretty sure that the Pope is fucking useless. Just because he won't give me claims on anything. We can't even get a claim on the county of Vaz, even though we kind of can take it anyway. I think, I'm not too sure. But yeah, it seems that the Pope is pretty fucking useless because he won't give us claims on anything. Ever. Oh, the current King of France is well on his way out. Well on his way out. That's good for us. One, because his heir is a woman, so that's going to be hilarious. There's also a bit of a revolution going on over there, so we'll just have to see how that goes. Lucca and Ferrara and all this sort of stuff. After we deal with this rebellion, we're going to war with the Italian for this province here, Mantua, because it is de jure part of Verona, and well, the Duchy of Verona falls under our purview. These guys are finally almost in range to strike, and I'll just tell them to go straight at it. It looks like the besiegers have lost some men in their siege attempts, which is great. It helps us even the odds out a little bit more in our favour. Yeah, there's not really too much to do up top in those alert messages. We do still have a lot of them, and we keep them up there just to keep track of what's going on. But it's not too much of a concern. Can we can get a knight retinue. Done. And our retinue cap is going to be too high. We only need 2 more knight retinues to bring this army up to full strength. So I'm hoping we can get that, because after we deal with the Italian... Oh, look at that! 21 this guy has! Holy shit! Wow, he's an epic commander. The leaders of the Liberation Revolts normally are really good commanders. We should still have this though, just on numbers alone. Bit tighter than I'd like, but you know, what can you do? Duke Siegfried has created the Duchy of Transylvania. It's kind of what we wanted him to do. We're just going to chase these guys down, because they won't take the peace offer yet. We get a lot of prestige out of this because it's a massive revolt. Like seriously, it would be a dangerous revolt if we weren't so big. Come on. So they get there first, but they won't be able to move out before we get to them. So that's fine. Stop trying to murder people. As I mentioned a long time ago, I would just check this box here, but that stops every single plot that you're capable of stopping, and we don't want that. Because occasionally we need to find people plotting so that we can just try and inspire rebellions and things like that. Alright, we win that. He gets put into prison. He gets the broken spirit thing, which is bad because he's kind of a really awesome leader, despite hating us due to the evil tyrant debuff. But, you know, whatever. Gonna send our army back over here to Verona. How's tech going? We're almost where we can increase majesty, and that's what we will be increasing. I'm tempted to do noble customs, but majesty is more important. It gets us more of a buff. My errant subject, that name, has converted to the Catholic faith. Wonderful. Good, good. And the next military advancement I think we'll be taking will probably be heavy infantry. As for economy, we're so far out from doing anything on that, but it will likely be improved keeps again. Yeah. Is our marshal doing anything? A really small amount of progress there. Where else are we getting progress? We're getting progress in town infrastructure. Those two, which I really don't care about. Construction's alright, but you don't want to put stuff into it. It just naturally progresses. Tolerance is okay, but I don't care too much about it. And these two... Oh, those are really good. We got to keep those. Yeah, okay, so that's why we're going to keep our spy master in Constantinople, because of popular and religious customs. We're doing alright with light infantry. So I'm not... And I guess church infrastructure. Level 3 of church infrastructure is a big hitter, because that's where you get the monastic school. Alright, so... Our army will slowly move all the way back to where it was, and we'll declare on Italy. and take that little piece of land. Now he does have some pretty strong allies. The King of Aquitaine, who may or may not join in. He likes the King of Italy more than us, but he is still our kinsman. Queen of Burgundy, who will join in, and I doubt the French Revolution guy is going to join in because he likes us more, and he's already involved in a fairly tough war, I would imagine. Yeah, he's losing that war. I'd prefer it if he won it, but it doesn't matter too much. Alright, join those guys up. That's fine. Jeez, this guy has a huge military stat. How does he have that? Oh, because he's just that good. Okay, so he's excellent in farmlands, steppe, and plains. He's got massive moral defense, massive flanking. He doesn't mind leading the center, but he's not particularly good at it, and he's got huge bonuses to those particular combats. So we're going to send him straight down into Padua when the time comes, because that's plains, and that's where the Italian king will raise his army. You know what? Let's just check the ledger. I know we haven't been checking it recently, but that's because we're too big to fail. Yes, we're the Wall Street Bank of the, what is this, for the 11th century? And yeah, look at that, 58,000. The two second places are the Deccan and Bengal empires. They're down in India, then Persia, then Khiva, then Egypt. The Byzantine Empire is so far below us, we could probably declare on them and win. But we're not going to do that because they're our allies. Italy is down here with 10,000 troops. Does it look like I care? Nope. Did you claim on Mantua? Let's go. Move it on in. And I'll send these guys straight to Mantua. So he did raise up troops, but, well, I'm going to smash him. Human. Somebody died, I believe, chaplain? Yep. So we'll just hire this guy, straight up, and put him in this Orthodox province to proselytize in Hevs. Oh, we're not actually going to catch that army. That's fine. I don't mind at all. We'll just besiege this place. Obviously taking out the armies would be good, but, well, you can't do much. Burgundy got called in. Not concerned. The keeps in Yat-Viagi up here just improved, so when we get the gold for it, we may just put the castle walls up, even though we're not intending on keeping Yat-Viagi. And we just do that because, well, castle walls are great. And we should be able to do that fairly soon because we get so much gold now. Carlings, stop being Carlings. So there are some armies moving around the place, but again, I'm just not concerned about them. There we go, we've got that gold, so we're going to go and build the castle walls here. That'll just help out whoever we eventually give that to. Duchy of Thames has been created. Getting a lot of messages here. Nothing too important though. Just have another look at our elective places. Still good. Still good. Alright. All good. That down there is a very special army. The army of Guanato. It's of the Ventimiglia family. That's a republic thing. See, it's not this guy's army. It's... Let's see if we can find him, actually. It's this guy's army. Now, this guy doesn't hold any actual land. He holds a house. And that's kind of a republic thing. They have little houses that they can bolster up. I've tried playing as a republic before, and not as a republic, but as a patrician of a republic. And it's just, it's a bit of a luck-based sort of thing, because like I was playing as Venice, and it was just luck on whether the Byzantines would come over and say, your shit is ours now. Because at the start of a game, you can't stop the Byzantine Empire if they declare war on you. That's a big army. It's the King's army too. We're not going to attack across into Ferrara, because there is definitely a river crossing between Padua. See, I say that, but then there isn't. Let's attack. 29th of May. We do have a weak flank, but we kind of intentionally have a weak flank because we're trying to get this guy killed. Turns out it doesn't matter. We outclass them in leadership and we outclass them in numbers. By about 1,000 on each flank. Now, if we could capture the king, that would be wonderful. We got another dude in the College of Cardinals, not that it matters. I'm just annoyed that the College of Cardinals seems to be worthless. I mean, if ever anybody actually knows how that can be properly manipulated to my advantage, go ahead and tell me. I'd love to know. And we'll chase this army down and murder a lot of them. King's still in it, so, you know, it's still worth our time. It'd be worth our time even if the king wasn't in it, because killing off this many men not only does wonders for your war score, but it ensures that he doesn't have an army kicking around. There's an 8,000 strong army sitting up here in Grissons. We're just going to let them do their thing. It's only the Burgundians. If they come down to Lombardy, I might deal with them. And there we go. Now let's hit the, the actual war target. And this is the only county that the Italian king holds, so we're effectively restricting his reinforcements. That one there in Padua. Pavia, sorry. That's Pavia. This one here is Padua. Yeah, long siege, doesn't matter. We'll be fine. We are losing a little bit of money due to reinforcements, but that'll recover very quickly. Nope, no peace offer. That's fine. This guy, who was a recent rebel, is asking for more suitable accommodations. We're going to say, how about the oblette? Because he's a rebel. Rebels don't get no sympathy. We have an independence faction that just popped up. And a Jewish man. Yeshaya. Oops, that's the vassal list. Here he is. He is an exceptional steward. But, as I go to sneeze... Okay, this is irritating. You know that thing where you want to sneeze, but you can't? That's what I'm having right now. But anyway, he is an exceptional steward, but he doesn't like us. Like, at all. And we won't be able to change his religion, of course. And this woman's just founded the independence faction. But, it's got no men. The strongest faction, in fact, is, I think, this one here, King Ulrich III, this guy, for Lithuania. I'm King Ulrich III, oh, I'm Kaiser Ulrich III. Geez, that's going to get confusing for the history books. Wonderful. Looks like we lost someone. We lost our spy master. This mayor guy, 23 intrigue, that'll probably go up to 24, and he loves us. So, we're going to send him to study tech somewhere. Now, I did kind of say that Constantinople was good, but we could send him somewhere where, like, let's have a look at Laodica here. Laodica has good light infantry, I think. No? Where the hell has good light infantry? I mean, okay, do we still have that maxed out? Level 3 light infantry is still the highest that anybody has. That's irritating. Not to worry. Thessalonic. Oh, yes, Thessalonike here, which is actually just Thessalonica, has good cavalry. It has slightly better than us popular customs, better religious customs, better tolerance. Yep. And that's really it. It's kind of shitty and everything else. Town infrastructure, anybody? What about church infrastructure? How about that? I think we're still really good at that. We've got 3 points. These ones down here still have 3 points. Ooh, that one has a 4 and a bit. Well, how'd you get 4 and a bit if it wasn't from somebody with a... or 3 and a bit if it wasn't from somebody with 4 points? Ah, well, cavalry's really the important thing, but again, nobody seems to have higher than 3 points. Well, let's find somewhere with decent town infrastructure. Laodica it is. That's where we're sending our man. I've just noticed something a little bit here. The Byzantine Empire is splitting up a lot. Probably because it's currently, ruled by a Catholic. And if we check, some of those realms are still Catholic. He's done a really quick conversion of this place, hasn't he? I'm proud of him. Proud of him. All good, though. All good. This guy is now known as the Wicked. He is a wicked priest. Bishop Einfried, this guy. We can't make him... Where is he anyway? Okay, he's in... Which kingdom is that? Bavaria. I swore I gave Bavaria free investiture. No, apparently I didn't. And I won't be able to. I was thinking of making him an anti-pope. I'm pretty sure there's an achievement for making a wicked priest an anti-pope, or, pressing his claim on being pope, but, yeah. Got a new king of Germany. Now this is a concern, because currently his heir is not, one of our guys. His heir is a von Margrave. He's also a gay theologian, so he has a very low chance of reproducing. We're going to try and see if we can marry him to somebody who has a high chance of reproducing. Unfortunately, we just don't have many... We barely have anybody who's actually of reproductive age. I mean, Constanza here is pretty close, but she doesn't have anything which adds fertility, so we're just going to have to hope that he is not stupid. Which he may be. He may not marry, being, homosexual. We definitely can't revoke his title. We don't have a damn claim on it. Yeah, he kind of likes us anyway. We're gonna have to get Germany back at some point, like, as part of our stuff. Not as part of... Like, we're gonna have to get the kingdom title of Germany back. A lot of people just changed around their votes, because a bunch of them were actually voting for the king. Everybody is now voting for my son here in Lithuania, and close enough in Pomerania. This army's on the move to Brescia. Not sure where it's going to go after that, but we'll find out. My daughter here... here we go. Here we go. Excellent. See, my daughter here, as well as being 16 years of age, is a Grey Eminence. So... let's find that king guy again. Kingdom of Germany, where is it? Oh, right there. And we're going to say, buddy, I know you're a Littlefinger. And I know Sophie here's a Littlefinger. But yes, see, look at that. How many positives can you possibly have? And this gets us 229 prestige, I think. When it happens, which it will happen in 2 weeks. And hopefully she, you know, makes babies with him. There we go. We did get a bit of prestige out of that. We're going quite nicely on that front. Good. Now make the babies. And don't make them inbred. I'm pretty sure you need to have, like, consistent inbreeding. Okay, it seems like our steward might have been taking money, so we're going to question him. But he was innocent, and it was the cook, responsible for the purchase of foodstuffs, who had forgotten to account for the extra eggs he had bought during the last month. So now I know I can trust my steward. Plus 5 prestige. Not terrible. This is a substantial army here. I'm not sure why they're going into Ferrara, of all places. What's our supply limit in Mantua? 23,000. Okay. That's fine. I was wondering if we could stack armies up. We can, but it's kind of not all that interesting. Stop it. Littlefinger on Littlefinger is only okay when I say it is. In both the stabbing and bedroom sense. Wink. Good work, King Hesso. He is favouring our heir. Okay, we've got that siege done. Just the bishopric to go. In Pavia. The siege here in Mantua is taking a little bit longer just because of a number of men. But hey, that's cool. The Doge of Amalfi is actually one of my allies. That's interesting to me. He's all the way down here though, and he doesn't have much of an army. Because he's, you know, he's a republic. The republics don't have a lot of armies. I believe they're supposed to rely on mercenaries because they have a lot of money, but I don't like relying on mercenaries. I know we did that at the start of this entire playthrough, but we did that and we did it awesomely. In my not so humble opinion. This guy wants to fabricate a claim on Baden. No, you can stop that. The Duke of Baden likes me enough. Yeah, we've only got 300 unused points in our retinue cap. That won't go up to what we need for another knight retinue just from taking Mantua. So after this, we're going to head back over to the pagan lands and basically kick the shit out of them again. That'll be a little bit harder to do now because Russ here... Ooh, almost had something weird happen there. Russ here owns most of it. I mean, that's kind of good because we'll have a holy war and just take all of Novgorod. That'll give us a lot of land. And we're going to take this bit up here and this bit here. But also Raphenia is Orthodox. Yep. So we're really only going to get about 3 wars out of that. What we could do instead is declare war for Estonia, and that would, like on Raphenia, declare war for this province here. It'd be a bit of a waste, but whatever. And then we'd get access to up here into the Kingdom of Suomi. But we're already going to be declaring war for this part here, so that'd be kind of pointless. Yeah, so we'll be doing Novgorod just because of how epic Novgorod is as a duchy. But that has to wait for us to finish this little Italian war. Also, to work out what's up. Okay, the King of France must have died, so now we have this one here. Queen Sarrazin. We have a de jure claim on Gwen, so we will be pressing that. We also have claims on Evro, Troy, of course, Normandy, which is useless for us for reasons we've gone into before. Excuse me, Chalons for that guy. We'll be doing the de jure claim on Gwen's. That should get us... Actually, that should give us the county, if I'm right. Let's just check that out. Yeah, we'll gain the county, and that's because this guy's a duke. That'll be fine. Because then we might just give it to this guy here, or find somebody in our realm who's decent enough. So, on the basis of that, I'm going to finish this siege here in Pavia, and then take this army up there. That's a siege of Mantua we're just finishing there. That's good. Maybe now we'll get some decent progress going. And I feel safe in doing that because I know this army here is bigger than what the Italians have. I know the Burgundians still have an army kicking around somewhere, but we should be fine. Excellent, that's this siege done. Let's head on up here. Just to get this last province here. Last province of Flanders. Oh, we have a righteous imprisonment on this dude. Why? He's trying to kill the Count of Berg. I like this guy though, so I'm going to just tell him to end his plot. End your plot before you lose it. Yes, of course it was misguided. I just want to check the truce timer with Burgundy. So that's this one. It's still got 4 years left on it. And we have a keep that's been built in Wittelsbach. You Duchess of Brandenburg, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, there's a revolt in Germany, but it doesn't concern us. It's the German guy's problem. We're only going to take one army up here after I just check on how big Russ is. Russ has 9,000 guys. What about Swermy? Is that on the list? There it is. 4,000 guys. Yeah, so we'll just take one army up here to deal with the pagans when we get to it. Because, well, what's the point? Alright. Slight change of plans. The Burgundian army has moved into position to be attacked. The fools. They will probably try to move out. And we're hitting them because they could quite easily retake this whole place and just waste our time. Also, it's a sizable army. We should win it. I don't think we're crossing anything. We are crossing something. But I'm confident that Lutbert here is a decent enough commander to carry the day. Okay, so we do outnumber them. We are taking this river crossing penalty, but we should have this. Yeah, look at that. This flank is going down. Actually, all of them are. Yep, beautiful. Not sure if that'll win us for war, but we've gotten the peace offer. We'll take that. Yep, exactly what we wanted. Done. Now Mantua is part of our realm. So we're going to send our army up here? No, to Liveland. That seems to be a better one. And it's a better one because there's no river here, and the border seems to be a bit closer than, say, Duana's here into Tartu. And this army goes up to Bourgogne. Alright, so now we just wait for that to happen. We do have a lot of money all of a sudden. Castle towns going to be done in about half a year. New Duke of Pomerania, it's fine. I don't mind that at all. We can afford that majesty increase, so we'll get that happening now. Now we gain prestige and piety at plus 25% of the rate that you would without any tech levels. We already control an anti-pope, so we can't make another one. That's because this woman is an anti-pope somehow. And she'll die eventually, though this claim will then go to one of her successors. She doesn't actually have any children. She probably won't at that age, so that claim will die with her. That's fine. I didn't really expect too much to come of it in the first place, to be honest. Let's check out the college. Yeah, 2 cardinals. We might get a third one when somebody else dies here. Again, nothing to really be concerned about. And not much in the way of plots that we can care about. Excuse me. And we are 500 points of unused retinue. We need 1600. So it's going to be a little while before we can actually get those new retinues. My kinsman here requires a guardian. He's pretty good at stuff, so let's try and make him a good military commander. So we'll give him to the Count of Sticht. Because if you remember back a bit, I was lamenting that we didn't have a lot of military commanders. Bunch of call to arms for the German guy, it's fine. And our position has improved even further in Pomerania. Just have a look at my vassal lists. Yeah, so there's still quite a number of people who are pissed at me. Messian, Saxony, and I think Moravia, but I'm not sure about Moravia. But Meissen and Saxony are the ones in Pomerania that we have to deal with. I don't think these other guys are anything to be, caring about. We're really fine. We've managed to weather this little storm pretty nicely, and we've just grown an epic beard because we've hit 50. Still stressed. We've been stressed for a long time. Looks like the rebels have a fair army. What's their actual claim? Count Luidolf's claim on Germany. Count Luidolf. That's fine, he's still a kinsman. I wish we could just declare war on the Orthodox guys. That would make my life a little bit easier. That's one of the advantages of playing as a pagan, like the Norse, who I will continue to maintain are some of the best guys ever in the game. Because you can declare war on anyone you want, even other Norse. And you just run around the place declaring war on people. It's awesome. Okay, we should appoint a successor for this guy. Yeah, we could, but it's kind of pointless. Pretty sure that successor will die before this guy. Why do we have this guy imprisoned anyway? Ah, because he was a peasant. No worries, let's let him go. He's fine. He was a peasant against one of the other dudes. So we're going to release him and get +5 opinion with everyone. Could hold a grand tournament. We're not going to do that though, because we're expecting to go to war very shortly. I don't think there's anything that we can really buy for 270. No, there really isn't. I mean, we could try to improve... No, we couldn't. They're already building something in Dachau. Yeah, so we're just going to save up that money. No worries. These guys can take a while to get up here, so we're going to start the French war as soon as we can. And by as soon as we can, I mean now. Because we're just going to attack into... What's this? Amiens? Yeah, and take out the French army. And we may even be a dick and steal all the French revolt's stuff. Instead of going up to Gwen's. So, let's get this underway. Apparently they've got a holding over here. This guy claims he would be a better chancellor than my heir, and yes, he would be, but he's a Jew and doesn't like us, so give him a chance. We'll intercept this army. Beat them up. All good. Little bit of war score. And now we come down here and steal the... I think steal the Parisian ones? Yeah, it's going to take us forever to actually besiege Gwen's, so we're going to try and win this without besieging Gwen's. Or Guien's. This little province up here. I don't care that they moved off, that's fine. They're not a scoring army for our purposes. And now we're going to just blast through this place. Now. Try and tick up some really quick war score. See, that's rising quite swiftly, isn't it? We may have to take out that rebel army, but we're not terribly concerned about having to do that, because even if this revolt ends, our war is with the Queen here. The only thing which may be an issue is if the revolt ends in the revolt's favour. Which it shouldn't do, because we're basically forcing them to lose war score by retaking lands. Looks like we lost our Spy Master. We could give it to this guy, but he looks like he's on his way out, so we're going to give it to this guy. And send him back to do the exact same thing, which was study tech in Laodica. And hopefully he'll last a little bit longer. We've successfully dragged this woman out, the Baroness of Meaux. How much is she worth? 10 gold? Sell her back. Wonderful. And is that the last one? Yeah, we don't care about besieging the barony of Montfort-l'Armoury here, because it's part of the French revolt, not part of France. And she'll give up. See, nice and simple, didn't even have to besiege the place. And I think that will give us truces with basically everybody for a long time. Burgundy only has 4 years left on it. Aquitaine has 6. And the rest of these we don't care too much about. So I'm going to send this guy down to... Do we have anything on Ruthenia? We do! We've got claims of Chernigov. Where is Chernigov? Seriously. It's a duchy? Yep, okay. Well, we're going to be going to war with Ruthenia soon as well. Probably not before the end of the episode, but we'll just send our guys over to Minsk to get them into position. Or something wonderful could have happened, and somehow one of our vassals has a claim on Finn. She fabricated it. She is a wonderful individual. Duchess Brunhild, you are exceptional. This is something we've wanted for a long time. And if we hurry up and do this before the next 10 years, we should be able to use this to usurp the Kingdom of Denmark. Yep, okay, we won that. Wonderful. So now we own this province. You know what? We're going to hold on to it for the meantime. We're not going to do anything with it, but we are going to hold on to it. And maybe give it out to a vassal at some point, because we don't have the Duchy of Flanders in our realm. That's held by this guy here, maybe? One of the French dukes has Flanders as his thing. And that's fine. What's important is that it's a little bit more of Frisia. So now there are only, what's this, 4 counties that are part of Frisia that we don't own. Breda, Holland, Westfriesland, and Zeeland. And we'll be taking those in our next wars of Burgundy and Aquitaine. Improved keeps in Nida Bayan. Well, that's something to spend some money on. We're going to increase the castle fortifications because we can. And the castle town has been built in Munchen. So now we're going to try and save up. See, our stables have finally got to the point where we start getting heavy cavalry from them as well as from the jousting lists. So we're going to try and save up this 425 and use it. And we're still shy of this retinue cap. I have finally gotten a chance to do... Do I have a lover, do I? Wow. Oh, okay, one of my relatives. Wonderful. Cough. To do something special with my special someone. There are many things I want to do. Should I try to entertain her at the court? Or maybe we should spend some time in my isolated country cottage. I shall take her to my isolated country cottage, which is... She gains +10 fertility. Pointless. She's beyond childbearing age. And we get -2 to all stats for a month. I'll sponsor entertainment at the local court, which is I lose 14 gold, she gets +20 fertility, again pointless, and my wife loses opinion with us. Or, now I'll spend the time with my friends instead, which is we no longer have her as a lover, which is fine. No point in having a 55-year-old as a lover. Oh, you're ageist, subby. Yeah, well, just for truth. Just for truth. Okay, these guys are in position, so we're going to declare on Livonia here. Guess what, buddy? Even though you're Catholic, it's a de jure claim. And that's because we own Lithuania. If you remember, this guy converted to Catholicism to evade us beating his shit out of him. Hasn't worked out too well for him, I feel. He's raised the troops, so that means we'll be doing some assaulting. And we'll probably be giving his stuff to this guy. I won't be giving it to this guy because this guy's already the count of like 4 places, which is ridiculous. So this guy likes us and he's actually genius. Doesn't matter too much though. As soon as these guys get to Slyswig here and start the move into Finn, I'll be declaring the war. He's allied with the King of England. That's not too big a deal. And with the leader of the French revolt, but again, not too big a deal. King of England won't back him up because he likes me more. Same with the French revolt. And I want to get this done as quickly as possible in case he tries to have this woman assassinated. Or she dies, who knows. Because this clan cannot be inherited. And it's very important that we make use of it. It may have to wait till next episode though, because it is getting a little late. Got about 10, maybe 9 minutes left. Get that assault going on over here in, what is this, Livonia? The look on my pregnant wife's face whenever she sees one of the male courtiers has made me suspicious. It is a weird mixture of guilt, gratefulness, and a warning of some sorts. I confronted my wife, and after a while she confessed to having had an affair with the courtier, but blamed him of seducing her and impregnating her. The child is ours no matter who fathered it, which is -10 prestige. She likes us more. The child is ours, but the courtier must be punished. I don't actually know who the courtier is. Or, how could you do this to me? That one. I need to set an example with a courtier who impregnated my wife. I could throw him into prison, execute him, or banish him, making sure no one will ever dare touch my wife again. Imprison, execute, banish. I don't actually know who it is. Like, seriously, I can't tell who it is. So... imprison, I guess. Also, we captured this woman here. She's not ransomable. It's fine. Our guys are almost in position to strike. Let's just attack this place. Surely you'll give up now. Nope. And he won't give up for a while because it's his last thing. And I'm fine with that. He can't actually progress the siege down here anyway. Come on. Military organization in Passau increased. It's fine. So with Finn here, we're going to do one of those little last-minute declarations of war. We'll get the declaration out. Ah, wonderful. This fellow wishes to kill Prince Andreas of the Holy Roman Empire. Who is Prince Andreas? My brother, the Duke of Polotsk. You know what? I'm kind of alright with that, to be honest, but what do you gain out of it? Is this kid the heir to anything? He must be trying to gain something. I can't see what, though. You know what? Don't do that. Stop it. Now, because this guy isn't in our realm, it's not an immediate will stop. But he has such a good opinion of us that, you know, he respects our demand. Which is good, because we couldn't imprison him. Because he's not in our realm. 16th of April. So on the 15th we make our war declaration. And... guess what, buddy? Boom. Okay, so he raised up an army there. Actually, he purchased an army there. That's alright. He can't get past us unless he gets boats. So we're just going to kind of sit here and Finn. He may get boats, though. He's Denmark. Denmark should have boats. Meanwhile, we continue the other wars. We've won this one. Done. So now we need to get rid of this province. We can do that very easily by giving it to this fellow. And it is Dorpat. I think the name changed. Congratulations. Now, we wanted these two provinces here. What's that part of? The Duchy of Estonia. Bizarrely enough. Alright, king, buddy, pal. It's a holy war. Now, the danger here is that Rus can also get involved because Rus is Surmanesco. And probably doesn't like us? Yeah. Obviously. But that's fine. I'm pretty sure we can handle them. And we can kind of keep an eye on both wars like this. He's raised troops up somewhere else, but he did raise them out of his province. He's just put them somewhere else, I think. Or he could already be at war with somebody and, you know, doing something there. Okay, these guys are going to go to Skane for some reason. I thought that they were going to get onto this boat. Huh. Doesn't matter to me. We're going to press that attack. I would like to win it as soon as possible, again, just in case he tries to off the person who actually has the claim. Which would make our war, like, annulled. It would mean that the war never happened, basically. And it would be irritating because we've waited a while for this sort of thing. Got the ticking war score happening. We'll just move over to Shalland. Take that. Should be fairly easy because he, you know, raised troops out of it. There is a mercenary army down there. Can we meet them? we certainly can, and we will do that. We've lost a character out of the main army though, so we'll put Hugo in charge. We really are hurting for the awesome commanders that we used to have. I mean, it's not killing us or anything, but it would be nice. Oh, he moved over to Osil. No worries. I'm fine with taking the straight crossing penalty. And we'll definitely meet him. Bang. Yeah, he kind of outclasses a little bit, but his size and quality of generals was not good enough. And now they're coming down to Kurland, so we'll go down to Kurland and then back all the way up to Calavan. Let's get that siege going. Our claim on the Byzantine Empire has been inherited by this guy. It's only a weak claim, but somehow he can still press it. Not quite sure why. Is this guy in a war? That's why. Because there's a peasant revolt or something. Okay, we've successfully captured this fellow. Ransom him off. Nope. Okay. Yeah, but unfortunately we are getting to that point. We'll just finish this little fight here, I think. Wipe these guys out. Yep, there we go. Nice. And we're going to have to call that the end of the episode. So, if you've got any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. If you'd like to illuminate me on how the Pope is actually supposed to goddamned work, because he doesn't, short of us installing our own Pope, which we're planning on doing in the future, I'd love to hear from you about that. That'd be wonderful to work out. But, you know, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, yeah, questions, comments, leave them below. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a like. If you'd like to see more of this sort of thing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But, in the meantime, I've been Sub. You've been yourselves. Later.